Hey there! Welcome to the third episode of Tealizations and Coffeesations, and the topic for this week is self. Let's start with a question. How well do we know ourselves, and to what degree can we protect that sense of self? I was thinking the other day about my beliefs, opinions, thinking, and everything that I am, and I thought about the millions of people out there and their selves, many of which probably contradict mine. How well can I hold myself and preserve myself in this world? And to what extent is it preservation and protection? And to what extent is it stubbornness or the unwillingness to change or grow? Maybe now that I've said it out loud, it sounds a bit like I'm having an existential crisis, but I can assure you it's not that. I just find myself asking these questions because I think for a very long time I was so preoccupied with whether who or what I am is right or wrong. What do people think of me? Am I being weird? Sometimes I even hear my critical voice saying, "Why are you even like this? What is wrong with you?" And in that space of doubt and uncertainty, other judgments and expectations crept in. Because of the people pleasing I had and am still in the process of removing, I shaped myself into the clay of whoever I needed approval or acceptance from, as if to say that I'm only okay to exist under a certain approved or accepted behavior and mindset. And if I differ, I would be judged, deemed less than, gossiped about, and so on. In that way, I somehow tucked myself into a little corner of my mind and abandoned myself for some petty approval and acceptance from people that honestly had no actual value. But then it hit me. I was merely performing for people. I wasn't genuine with them because I knew if I was, I wouldn't be loved for who I am. And that fear of rejection triumphed over the cost of nearly losing myself. At the core of it, it was fear all along. Fear of losing, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of ostracization, fear of being the oddball, fear of discomfort, and much more. Fear was an old friend, and it's time to say goodbye to that old friend. But is it that easy to say goodbye to something so primal like fear? No, it's not. The truth is, as humans, we are always going to be afraid of something. But is it worth being fearful of what a bunch of humans think of you? No, no one is worth that. But then comes another question. What if we're doing something wrong and we can't see it? Do we take what others say and accept it? No, because if we're self-aware and we keep growing with knowledge that both contradicts and aligns with our values, while keeping our core selves intact, and we surround ourselves with people who love us fully for who we are, not for what they expect us to be, but who also push us to be better through their own strengths, then our awareness of when we are wrong will increase. That's not to say we will always be right and others always wrong, but it does mean we won't be so quick to change ourselves just to fit someone else's ideal self. In that sense, we carry ourselves with the understanding that we are and can be flawed. Our sense of self, combined with our flaws, strengths, weaknesses, mindset, faith, values, morality, wants, and needs, everything we are created by God Almighty, is worthy and unique. Armed with that clarity, we no longer need external approval and acceptance because we have fully approved and accepted ourselves. And in that circumstance, we understand ourselves and continue to support ourselves as we evolve naturally through time. And we also begin to choose people who truly value us and are worthy of being in our lives. That way, we'll be able to protect ourselves to the highest degree, not by seeing ourselves as a topic of debate, but by seeing ourselves as what we are, human. A perfectly imperfect human. That is it for today, guys. And as always, if you love this video, sprinkle some love in the comments below, like and share this vlog. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. And I'll see you then. Bye.